and thank you so much for tuning in to yet another episode of GodCenter. I hope you guys have been enjoying the few videos that I've put out already. In today's video, we will be discussing the topic of dealing with difficult people. All throughout the Bible, we see several instances, several cases of people, men and women alike, who deal with difficult people. We have Moses dealing with his cousin Aaron, who was a great speaker, by the way, but also a people pleaser. We also have Sarah and Abraham, who decided to try and help God out and speed up the process of getting them that promised child by bringing Hagar into the mix. And you can only imagine the days of our lives situation they created there. Then we have Samson and Delilah. We could go on and on. We even have Jesus. Jesus, who handpicked the 12 disciples, only to be betrayed by Judas, one of the 12. So we see some commonalities here. We see that in each instance, the person who was dealing with the difficult people or difficult person actually allowed the difficult person into their lives. Now, in the case of Jesus, well, the scriptures had to be fulfilled. So Jesus needed to have that disciple who was going to betray him. So we even see here, I'm going to just refer to my notes, in John 13:27, it says that Jesus said to Judas, "What you are about to do, do it quickly." So he already knew. This is the only case where we see that the persons involved, the parties involved, knew what was going to happen. In all the other cases, no one of them could have ever predicted the drama or the issues that would come about as a result of allowing these persons into their lives. Now, I'm not naive to the fact that we cannot always control the difficult people in our lives. For example, we can't control what family we're going to be born into, and therefore what kind of siblings, parents, or otherwise that we're going to have to deal with. We can't help what children we may give birth to or spawn, or whatever sort of children. Some of y'all dealing with some spawn. There's certain things we just can't exactly control. But for the most part, I wouldn't say we can control it. Sometimes it's a job that you have to take because you have bills to pay. If you don't have the money to pay those bills, you're going to be homeless. So I certainly understand that we can't always control these difficult people that we'll have to deal with in our lives from one time or another. But we have a Pastor Keion Henderson from the Lighthouse Church in Humble, Texas. Yes, I said humble. I see the H. I know y'all see it too. So it's Humble, Texas. Yes. Pastor Keion Henderson has some wonderful tips to help us through this life of walking through with some difficult people. Take a look.
Do you know why we have palm trees in southern states? Because God knew they were flexible. If you ever seen a palm tree in a storm, it'll bend, but it won't break. And the only reason why it doesn't break is not because it's stronger than any other tree. The reason why it doesn't break is because it's deeper than any other tree. Lord, help me in this place. Whenever you see a palm tree and you look at it, know that it is as deep in the ground as it is above the ground. So if you see a 40-foot palm tree, it goes down into the ground 40 feet. But what a palm tree does that makes it survive its storms is that it doesn't grow down for the sake of growing down. It is actually searching for a rock. And when the palm tree finds a rock, it takes its roots and wraps it around the rock. Well, on Christ, the solid rock I stand. I want you to keep going deeper into your worship until you find that rock.
Thank you, Pastor Keion Henderson. I'm so grateful that you have allowed God to use you to help his people because we need it. Recently, I'd say, I've been praying with just a lot of people regarding relationship issues, whether it's relationship issues on the job, relationship issues in the home with their children, spouse, or siblings even, just relational issues, relationship issues. So I believe God is aware, I know God is aware, in fact, that what his people are going through, because the Bible says, and I'm going to look at my notes just momentarily here, Hebrews 4:15 specifically says, "For we do not have a high priest who is not touched by the feelings of our infirmity." So what that means in layman's term is that our high priest is Jesus, and he is aware of everything that we're going through, and he has made a way. He's preparing, he's raised up men and women such as Pastor Keion, who he speaks these words to make a way of escape for us. And I just think that's awesome. So I encourage you, listen to this video, share it, and of course, please do check out Pastor Keion's video in its entirety, because it's going to bless you. It's about 45 minutes. But what is 45 minutes if you're getting fed this sort of rich dinner? It's a wonderful word. So thank you again for tuning into GodCenter. I look forward to seeing you at our next video, or I look forward to speaking to you in the next video. And until then, be sure to keep God at the center of all that you do. Bye-bye.